hears us, if they can just reply in the chat, then we'll know in the YouTube chat. We're just trying to confirm that we hear this. We can't hear you, Mike, because you're on mute now.
Okay, that was some technical problems. Sorry about that. You're right. I don't think we were streaming. Let me. I was looking at the wrong status window.
Hears us, if they can just
there we go.
In the chat, then we'll know in the.
Okay, I think we are. I think we are live now.
We can't hear you, Mike, because you're on mute now.
Okay, that was some technical problems. All right, I think we're live. I'm sorry that we had some glitches on that was my fault. This is my first time to use YouTube Live, and we are now actually streaming, I believe. So let's yes, they can hear and see us. I'm seeing in the status. So sorry, everybody, we are late. That's my fault. I'm Mike Koss, and welcome to our town hall for Reskill Americans. We're really excited to have everybody show up today. We have 1,000 people in the Slack channel, and I've been talking with so many of you, and really am so impressed with your enthusiasm and a lot of your dedication to learning some new skills in software development. So welcome, and we're really excited to have you. What we're going to do this morning is go around round robin and introduce everybody. This is the second time we're doing this because we did this all without broadcasting a minute ago. But we will do that, and then I'll kick it over to Femi, who founded our organization. His idea to explain all about the creation of Reskill Americans and what we hope to achieve. So, Stephanie, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yes. Hi. Can you hear me?
All about the creation of Reskill Americans.
Hi, this is Stephanie. It's great to be here this morning. I wanted to say welcome to everybody. I'm based here in the Seattle area, and I'm working with Reskill Americans on partnership development, and I'm just thrilled to see everybody joining us here this morning. So big welcome.
Hi, I'm Adejuwon, Director of Program Management for Reskill Americans. I'm based here in Austin, Texas, and I see a lot of Texas people here, so I'm excited. Welcome.
Tim.
Hey guys, like Mike said, we get to redo the intro, and since I was nervous and did a super short intro, I'm happy to have the opportunity to redo it. So I'm Tim. I'm one of the board members for Reskill. I work at Microsoft with Femi. As Mike said, Femi has been the key voice behind us starting this. So welcome to everybody. Nice to meet you. And I'm really excited to be able to be part of this venture. Cheers.
Thanks, Tim. David?
Hi, David Ortiz. Pleasure to meet you all. Really excited about what we're doing here with Reskill American. I'm a board member, board advisor here, and my background is in video games, technology, and entertainment. A longtime veteran, have made a bunch of video games. Hopefully, some of them you've enjoyed, and I'm really excited to contribute any way I can, help you get on this path if this is what you're interested in.
Thanks, David. Nick.
Hi, everyone. It's great to see you. My name is Nick Silas. I'm the general counsel. I'm helping set our nonprofit up, all things legal. Super excited to remove as many barriers to entry and to see so many of you here today. Like Tim and Femi, I work at Microsoft during the day and volunteer here with Reskill Americans any other chance I get. So welcome.
Thank you, Nick. Ashley?
Hi, everyone. I'm Ashley. I'm Director of Marketing and Communications. I'm here in Seattle, and I'm originally from the East Coast, New York, and I see a lot of people are from New York City, so welcome. And I'm just super excited to be reading the messages from everyone, where they're from around the country. It's really cool, and all of us are really excited to have you. So, yay.
Why don't we skip you, Femi, and Shay, will you introduce yourself? Shay is our leading our educational partners at Zuri.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sheyi Onifade. I am a software developer here in Nigeria, and I've been training beginners for a long time, and I'm happy to be here to be part of this program. Thank you.
Thank you, Shay. Okay, Femi, why don't you take it away?
Okay, hi everyone. So nice to meet you all virtually. Thank you all for making the time to be with us here today. We're all super excited. I thought, like Mike said in doing the intro, I'll touch on three things: who we are, what we're doing, and why it matters. So the who is, we are a group of tech veterans who either work at Microsoft now or have worked at Microsoft in the past. And I'm staring at you, Mike. And we all have, so that's who we are. What are we doing? We are training all of you by the thousands so you can get an opportunity at a career in tech. And how are we doing that? We have looked, once we decided we wanted to train thousands of people at the same time to increase the numbers of the diverse talent pool available in tech, we, rather than build it from scratch, we decided to search for a partner that could execute on the vision for us. And so we searched far and wide, and we found such a partner in Nigeria. A bit of background: Nigeria was little known to the tech world a decade ago, but now it is generating a lot of tech companies that are finding their way into Y Combinator. They're finding their way into other accelerators across the world. Not only that, they're self-skilling themselves, and they've been very successful with the companies they've passed through Y Combinator, to such an extent that one such company was acquired by Stripe last year for over $200 million. So we felt, given that evidence, it was good for us to find our partner in Nigeria, a place that was showing the signs or showing the improvement we hope to have in this country. So we decided on Zuri or HNG. You'll see the names interchangeable over time, because not only had they been training thousands for 4 years, they'd enrolled like 25,000 people, but they trained someone that ended up in Microsoft as an engineer. So for us, given that, the partnerships they've had with doing projects for Oracle, being sponsored by GitHub and Google and Slack and other things of that nature, we decided they were best suited to help execute on our vision of training thousands in a cohort at a time. So we're happy. So that's what we're doing. Why does it matter? The tech world wants you. So if anyone has any doubt as to that fact, all you have to do is look at the folks in front of you today. They're either in the tech world or they're affiliated with the tech world. And also, this program is only possible through the generous donations of our donors, who also happen to be in the tech world. So that's proof positive that the tech world wants you. Please let there be no doubt in your mind that every one of us on your screen right now, as well as the folks you can't see that couldn't make it, are vested in your success. If you are successful, we would have been successful. So everything you will come in contact with or you'll experience during the next 7 months, just understand that it is what we, based on our experience in the tech world, believe you need to acquire the requisite skill set so you can have an opportunity at a career in tech. I think I've said as much as I should. Thank you all very much for joining us, and thank you for coming along on this 7-month journey with us, and look forward to seeing you all soon.
Yeah, thank you, Femi. Is SA in here? I don't see him in the screen here.
I don't know. He doesn't look to be.
Okay. Well, we would definitely want to say that, our goal is to get everybody ready to be prepared for software development jobs. And you don't need a computer science degree to work as a software developer. I worked for probably almost 40 years as doing professional software development. And I do have a computer science degree, but I know that day to day, it's really just a set of skills that you need to acquire, and anyone can learn them, and you can be a very productive software developer by taking training such as ours. Boot camps are very, very popular, and a lot of people are getting hired as a result of going through boot camps. And we're trying to just expand that in a big way about the accessibility to getting into a boot camp like what we're providing. So we are. Why don't I hand it over to Shay, and I'd like to see if you could explain a little bit about what everyone can expect. I know we start officially in a week. Next Monday is the beginning of the official course, or the official program. So Shay, if you can kind of describe what people can expect next week and how the program will be run, that would be great.
Okay. Hello again, everyone. So the program is divided into 3 phases. The first 2 phases are for complete beginners, where we try as much as possible to take you through basic software development principles, and also introduce you to important concepts that will help you in your career in tech. That is the first 2 months of the program for training. Then the next 2 months after that, we call it the project phase, where you get to use what you've learned during the first 2 months to actually build something. It is important to us that you build something with whatever you learn, because we don't want to get stuck at tutorial phase where you just watch tutorials and not do anything with it. Which is why the next 2 months after the first 2 months is for building projects based on what you have learned for the first 2 months. And then afterwards, we have a virtual internship where you can practice being in a tech company and get assignments as though you're already working for a tech company, and also be involved with people around the world to see how it is to work with a diverse population in a company. So that's like a summary of what the program is for the next 7 months. The first 2 months is for training. 2 months after that is for projects. And then afterwards, we have 3 months for the internship phase. If I was to scale it, I would say the easiest part is the first 2 months, which is where we try as much as possible to hold you by your hands and show you how to do things. Afterwards, we expect you to use what you have learned to build something. And then later, we just try to push you to see how much you can find answers on your own and solve problems with very little instructions on how to do it. So basically, that's how the program runs. And then the first week would be for orientation, where we run you through the program structure, answer your questions, show you the tools you'll be using, introduce you to some of the technologies you'll be using, and try as much as possible to get you familiar with things to help you decide on the track you want to work on. For this cohort, we have about 4 tracks. We have the front end track, we have the back end track, we have the mobile track, and then we have the design track. So the first week is for us to show you each of these tracks and what you can achieve with them. And then you can make your choice based on the first week of orientation I'll be giving you. Because once you make a choice, we expect you to be able to stick to that choice and achieve a lot with it. So yes, the first week will be for orientation. Afterwards, each week we give you a course content, we give you assignments to do based on that course content, and try as much as possible to provide support in terms of mentorship. We also provide live classes to answer your questions that you might have during the week. And we also provide you a tool to help you to achieve your task and to organize yourself during the program. So that's a summary of the entire program. I'm sure if there are questions later, we'll be answering them.
Thanks, Shay. One question, you mentioned live classes, and one question is like, do I have to block out a specific time during the week in order to participate in this program?
No, you don't have to do that. What we do is to organize classes in a flexible way. So we ask questions and we go for the time with the highest votes. And after the class, we also record it and publish it on YouTube. So whoever misses the live class can still catch up by watching it on YouTube. So you don't really have to block any time in your calendar, because really we try as much as possible to make it flexible and allow people, as many people as possible, to attend the live classes. But again, even if you miss the live class, we still provide the opportunity to watch the recorded class and ask questions afterwards.
That's great. And I know one other frequently asked question is, what if I fall a little bit behind? Can I catch up, or am I just going to be out of luck?
Yes, we try to help you to catch up. We provide 1 free week for you we call it the catch-up week, where if you have missed materials in the past, you can easily go back and study them and complete your task. But even if you are unable to complete your task, we provide support. We follow you up to try as much as possible to make sure you complete them. But again, even if you can't complete them and you decide to leave the program, we don't want you to do that. But if you decide to leave the program, it will not be because you are inadequate. It will not be because you feel you can't do it, because we will try as much as possible to show you how to do it and achieve things. So you have a week to catch up on any material you miss, and we'll try to also provide support during that week.
That's great. Oh, and I see we have another of our advisory board members. Bambo has joined us. Bambo, would you, we were just explaining the program, but we did introductions at the beginning. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, good morning. Sorry I couldn't get on at the exact same time. Had a meeting going on, conference call at the time. My name is Bambo Shopola. I'm a general manager here in Microsoft Azure. Longtime veteran at Microsoft for about 27 years, something like that. And a lot of my chatter has been around looking at our experiences in emerging markets, engineering solutions, or strategies thereof for Azure and emerging markets. But most of all, I have been spending a lot of my time understanding how I create opportunities for people in technology, both those who are even here within Microsoft, mentoring and sharing some of my experiences. But then again, leading into how do we do this across the board for others, minorities, a diverse set of people across the world. So we've done some things in Africa, we've done some work here in the US as well. And I see Reskill Americans as one of those real key contributing factors into providing that opportunity that everyone needs. And so I'm glad for those who have signed up and committing their time to get this done and give themselves that opportunity or leverage that opportunity to get into this technical field. So I'm very excited about what we're doing here. Thank you.
Thank you, Bambo. I know you've done so much for us to help us get started. So
Mike, sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
Go ahead.
Bambo left out the biggest piece of his introduction. Bambo is our finance co-chair. So it goes back to what I said about the tech world needs you. The man getting us all the checks to fund this. So that's Bambo. So I wanted folks to understand exactly the amount of effort that's gone into this. And again, that look, contrary to popular opinion, tech world wants diversity. Tech world is vested in diversity. It's the reason why we are so excited to have you all here. So money makes the world go round, and Bambo is part of that, pushing real hard to make sure the Reskill Americans world does go round. I wanted to make sure that
I have very good support. I have very good support. So
yeah, you left that out.
Not done alone.
We point that out. Sorry, go ahead, Mike.
No, that is super important, and just for everybody to know, like there's a lot going on behind the scenes. We've been really busy these last few weeks. We're talking to companies who are interested in the program, and we're trying to hook up with different partners. So some of you have found out about us through some of our partners to network and get the word out about it. So, and we appreciate all the word of mouth that people have done. So anyway, I think unless anybody has anything else to say about they like any final words, I think it's a good time to try to take questions. Now I see on YouTube the questions, the stream is going by really fast. I'm gonna try to do my best to maybe moderate that and take some questions from YouTube. But I'm also going to paste a link here to our Zoom call. So if anybody would like to join us directly in Zoom and ask your question face-to-face, you're welcome to click on that Zoom link, and hopefully we can get you connected. Be sure to turn the volume off on your YouTube stream once you connect in. So we'll do a mixture of questions from the chat and then from people who are coming in on Zoom, which I see there's a couple people already streaming in here. So yep, and then please mute your microphone once you come into the Zoom call, and then I'll call you. I'll call your name so we can hear your question. So, well, Gary, you showed up. Gary M, are you? How's your microphone and video?
Hi, and thank you for the invitations. I'm really excited about the opportunity to do something really different in technology. I've worked as an IT support tech for a long time, and I've always been daunted by the prospect of getting into developing and coding. So I'm excited about the prospect.
Gary, that is so great, and we love seeing your face here, and we love seeing your obvious enthusiasm. So this is great. Anissa, are you? Do you have a question?
No, I don't have a question. I'm just excited for the program to get started. I'm a lifelong learner, and I actually taught web development for 23 years. So I'm actually looking to reskill my own skills and contribute and help in any way I can. So nice to meet everybody.
Oh, thank you so much. And I think, that is a key of how we're going to be successful, is that community support. And I know that people have been so supportive of each other on the Slack channel. And we have a lot of people who have a pretty high technical experience, and we're going to need all hands on deck of everyone helping each other out too, I think, if we're going to make this program a success. So I appreciate for all of those of you out there who already have some skills in tech to help out your fellow participants. We have some people who are brand new to programming, have never done anything before, and we want to get them started on their journey. I'll just go around. I think Gideon, good morning. How are you doing?
Very good. Good morning. How are you doing?
Doing great. Do you have a question?
Yes. Actually, I tried to join the Slack, but then when I went into the link, I'm in another class using the Slack, so I'm not able to join the Reskill Slack platform. I don't know how to do that, if you can help me.
Yeah, I think this problem, a lot of people have mentioned it, and for everyone to know, if you email info@reskillameriCans.org, we've been managing over 100 support requests through there, but we get through them. You should hear within 24 hours if you have a problem. For the Slack issue, I believe what's happening is it's like you're already signed into Slack on a different workspace. Mm-hmm. If you just sign out first and then you go click our invite link, that should get you to the new account creation flow, and then you should be able to get into our workspace. So yeah, we've heard that several times from people. Hopefully that works for you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Hey, Bammy, good morning.
Good morning. Sorry, I had to turn on my I had to turn off mute. Good morning. I'm very glad to be here.
Do you have a question for us?
No, I'm just very excited to be here. So I'm hoping to learn as much as I can right from today.
Oh, we love it. Thanks for adding your face to the screen here. This is great.
Hi, Mike. Neka had a question on YouTube. She said, could we have live dates and times, and is there a syllabus? I was hoping you could speak to that.
What was the date and times and for the live classes?
Live dates and times, yes. And then
yeah, that would be a question for Shay about the schedule and what sort of syllabus will be provided to students when they start the classes.
Yeah, I think I mentioned this earlier. We don't really have a fixed time for live classes because we try as much as possible to capture as many people as are able to attend per time. but we record every class and publish for you to watch later. We also announce classes at least 72 hours before they take place, so you can plan your time. It's very difficult to have a fixed timetable because there are so many people doing the program, and it will not be favorable for a lot of people if we stick to a fixed timetable. So we make it flexible. We ask questions for those that will be available and host the class for as many people as are available, and then publish it online. For curriculum, we have a curriculum that we use for the program. You might not get the full curriculum, but we'll definitely publish part of it so you can have an idea of what you will learn during the program.
And Shay, I think a good follow-on question to that will be, at what point would they get to decide, first of all, get more information on the different tracks that are available and what paths that will lead them into? I'm guessing that might be next week. And then when they have to decide on it.
Okay, so after the orientation, we give you time to pick a track you want to focus on. We also give you time to change your track because we understand that you might decide to start with front end and discover you are more interested in design later. So we give you, after selection, we give you 2 weeks to try that out, and then you can switch to another track. But after 2 weeks, we don't allow switching again so that we don't have any issues afterwards. So the first week is where we give you orientation, like I've said earlier. We tell you all about the tracks and then help you to decide on which track would be best for you.
That's great. I saw, thank you very much. I saw one other question go by about requirements for students in the program. And yes, we do have requirements. And as a nonprofit, we have a charter, and we are, we have a purpose, and we are bound by following the purpose of our organization. So the purpose of our organization is to help train historically underrepresented minorities to qualify for software development careers in the United States. So that comes out to be, we serve adults, although you can be as young as 16 with your parental consent to join the program, but adults who are looking to get job training and with the end goal that they would be working in the software development industry in some form. So the legal ability to work in the United States, if you're not a US citizen, that you have a work permit or green card or something like that, where you can accept a job. We are talking to companies who are very interested in hiring our graduates. So we want to be sure that all the effort we're putting in is going to lead to the potential for getting jobs and being able to work. When you joined our class, you indicated what your race was, and so we are using something that's in the U.S. code that describes the underrepresented minorities that we're in particular supporting, so we would just ask that people respect that and know that we do have limited resources, and if you don't consider yourself, it's really an honor system. It's like how we're not going to tell anyone what race they are. You will self-identify what your race is, and but we are trying to serve that particular audience. So those are the requirements for the course. So if we go back to some live questions, Jennifer, do you have any questions?
Hi, first of all, thank you so much for creating this program. As a first generation low-income student, I really appreciate this opportunity. My question is, what kind of mentorship is available through the program? And if we will get more information on that later. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a great question about mentors. What kind of mentors and help will students get over and above the kind of just instruction that they have? So why don't I pass it over to Shay for the main? Is he still here? Where's he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. I'm sorry. We're getting so many people on the screen. I'm losing track. Shay, could you answer that?
Okay, so you get access to technical mentorship and other kind of mentorship. But for me, I'll be adding the technical mentors. If you have a problem with your task or your classes, you can always reach out to any of the mentors. We will also be at a point assigning you to a specific mentor you can always work with. But there are other types of mentorship, like career advice and so on, I think Reskill Americans have a plan for that. So maybe someone else can take the answer from there.
Yeah, I could follow up. So yeah, so so as part of your program, the educational part of the program, you will have assigned mentors and also just people who are available. And yes, Slack will be you kind of the main way where you'll get in touch with people. That's our main conduit for getting information out to you. We know sometimes email isn't reliable and stuff goes into the spam folder. So be sure to log into Slack frequently and check it out. You can always ask questions in the mentor help channel there, and we're going to have people monitoring that channel, and we'll probably create more channels because the activity in the Slack workspace is going to go up. So and in addition, I have just been a lot of people have my friends who are experienced software developers or people, as they hear about the program, they actually want to help as well. So we're going to try to organize some qualified software, experienced software developers to actually join our Slack channel and as kind of backup, who might be available to answer questions about general programming or certain technologies that you're using. So we'll be doing that, and we definitely want to provide as much help as we can to everybody. So we're trying to get a lot of hands available to help people.
Hi, Mike. I think there's a great follow-up to what we were just discussing about mentors, because Jamie in the Jamie in the Zoom chat actually was asking about the possibility of having study groups for among participants. So I think you and Shay could speak to that.
Yeah, I think Shay first. How do people get formed together into study groups and work together?
Okay, so initially we form groups for you, but as time goes on, people make friends and form their own groups. So we hope it becomes natural for you to make friends and grow together during the program. But initially we form groups for you based on your track, based on your location, so you can easily meet to solve problems together.
Yeah, that's great. I know people are already getting to know each other on Slack and have asked about forming groups. And so please do form ad hoc groups with each other. Let me know, or one of our staff members know, if you need some support for setting up a channel for specific kinds of groups, or give us some ideas about how we can help you all do that. Because I know the main thing is we need to just provide space available for you to do that, and then we'll try to assist in pairing you up with people as well. So yeah, that's a great question. All right. I think
Mike, sorry, Bambo actually wanted me to touch on how corporate partners will be providing projects for folks to work on, no obligation obviously, but so they can cut their teeth on real life problems. So part of the fact that we have a coalition of very willing entities within tech is the fact that there are lots of tech companies that want to help broaden your knowledge as you go through this program. And they will be providing projects for you to work on, so you get a sense or a feel for what it would be like in the real world. And so that speaks again to the tech world wants you to be successful. We want you to be successful. So the next 7 months are going to be about equipping you, immersing you in the world, in the career, even before you get out into the real world. So you'll be able to understand what are the kind of problems you'll be able to solve. You'll be able to apply the skills you learn. So that was one. Bambo, did I cover that? Was that?
Yes, you did. That covers it just well. Thank you.
No problem.
All right, great. Let's see, Menga. Did I pronounce? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm happy to be here. I'm not shy to say I'm a novice to the software world. I've had experiences in various tech routes before, especially in information security. But I'm happy to be here. What I've listened to this morning has given me a great understanding of what to expect and how to benefit in the short run and in the long run. And I have to thank everybody. I sincerely appreciate this opportunity.
Oh, thank you very much. Good morning, Asya. Did you have a question? I forget if I'm just going around robin on the screen. Go ahead.
Yes, I was just wondering if there was another Asia in the room. It's a common name now. Yeah, I did have a couple of questions. Firstly, this sounds like a really great opportunity. I'm looking forward to learning more, and I appreciate just being here with a bunch of people who want to learn. It's always good to have minds coming together. Now to my questions, though. Okay, so I'm understanding there are 4 different tracks, right? There's mobile, back end, front end, and then there's one other. Um,
The UI and UX track.
There we go. And now, what resources will be provided to make a decision about choosing a track? Like, for example, I know someone mentioned syllabus earlier, so kind of wanted to get into my head, like how much time commitment was required, and if there are things that I already knew or that I wanted to pick up more. And then the third question, will there be pre-work? And then the fourth question is, what date does the program begin? If it's the 15th that we get the more information about the tracks, do we start the 15th? Or do we have a little bit of time between that date and the hour? I apologize for the inundation. That was a lot. I could put it in the
I'll try to keep track of it all.
Yeah.
So quickly, the 15th is when everything starts. And so, you need to be ready to receive the material and then plan out your week. We've told people that we're expecting a minimum of 15 hours a week at a minimum to be able to keep up with the amount of material that you're going to be receiving. So, but I know some people are not as experienced as others, and they might need additional time and ask for help, ask for additional resources. As far as choosing a track, I think Shay mentioned that he was the first week is going to be explaining a lot of the unique qualities of each of those different tracks, what kind of work you might be doing, what kind of applications you would be working on, and seeing which of those things would appeal to you the most. And again, you can use our mentor channel to ask questions about if you have a question about how those would work.
That answers that question, because I was curious about that first week, and it sounds that that first week is the time that we're going to get the information about the different tracks. So
That's
within
right.
that period of time, we'll have plenty of opportunities to ask questions.
Yeah, you'll have that first week to make your decision. You don't have to lock in anything until after you heard from Shay about the different aspects of those in week 1.
Okay, is Shay on the call? I apologize. I came
He
in.
is. Shay, did you want to say anything else?
No, I think Mike answered the question correctly.
I just wanted to say hi to so. There you go. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. Thank you, Asha. I hope we answered all your questions. Let's see. Any other?
We have a question in the chat that was
thank
asking
you.
about what path focuses the most on data structures and algorithms.
Shay, did you want to handle that? Which track would be has the most kind of data structures and algorithms content in it? Is Shay there? Maybe he's having a connection problem. I can try to answer.
No, that would be tricky to dig in and pull that out at this time. I think it's probably something we should share. Perhaps it's on the site or at a later time, so people understand some more details about some of the curriculum. If you want to add some more to that, Mike, please go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, like we do have kind of a syllabus that we've been organizing. I could share another copy of that on Slack, just an outline of kind of topics that you're going to be learning in each track. I think they're all all the programming related tracks all have some similarities in terms of data structures, basic data structures, arrays, and objects, and some classes, Python and JavaScript, and Kotlin, Java, and Flutter. They all have very rich data structures, and you're going to be learning those programming languages and learning all the way that people structure code in those languages. This is not a theoretical class, though, on the other hand. So I would say advanced data structures and algorithms is a little bit beyond the scope of what we're doing, but you certainly, when you develop your projects and you come up with things that need, certain algorithms to implement them or to perform well, you're going to have mentors and instructors who can help point you in the right direction, so you can start to pick up those things about how to structure your code to work efficiently and learn the necessary data structures and algorithms. So Shay, you're back. Did I cover it okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. Juan, is it any other messages? You've been trolling through the
Okay,
queue.
yes. So I think CM, CM is on the chat and he wants to ask a question. CM, you can go ahead.
Thanks.
Hi, first of all, thank you all for this amazing opportunity. And just hi to the whole team, everybody else. I'm so excited. And my actual question is generally about how many hours should one dedicate to the training each week? Some of us, work full time, some of us are students or have families, just trying to get a general gauge for what that commitment looks like since it's coming up in a week.
Yeah, I think I said this earlier that we've been telling people that 15 hours a week is pretty much the bare minimum that we think that, and this is based on about 4 years of training experience from our partners. Shay, did you want to add anything more about the time commitment?
Yes, so we believe that if you dedicate at least 15 hours per week, you should be fine. But obviously, some people might some people might be able to do more, and it will still be useful for you. So I think just try as much as possible to dedicate up to 15 hours every week. It should be okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, I think this is one of those situations where the more you put into it, the more you'll get out of it, kind of thing. But we think you'll be able to keep up if you put in that amount of time.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's awesome. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, it looks like we've got some questions, folks, in the Zoom chat here. So it looks like Shativa, did you have a question?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if you guys touched on this, but based off of the timeline that was mentioned, the internships would take place during the end of this year, like during a fall semester for someone in school. And I was wondering, would these be part-time roles? Since I know a lot of us have school, jobs, it would be difficult to have a full-time internship doing computer science. I'm a CS major, so I know it's a lot of work. But yeah, it would be a lot. So are these part-time positions?
Shay, did you want to cover that?
Yeah, I can respond to that. So I think it's better. We call it internship, but in the real sense, it's still part of the training. So it's not like you're getting a full-time or part-time job. It's still part of the training. We just create an environment that seems as though you're already working for a tech company. So it's like a simulation of work environment. So it's still part of the training. It's not really a job per se. We just try to make it look like a job so you can know what it's like to work in a tech company. I don't know if that answers the question.
So it's like a simulated internship.
Yeah, we've been calling it a virtual internship, and so what you should expect is like your TAs now become supervisors, and you will have different students taking different roles. You will probably have a designer in your team and a front end person, a back end person, and you're going to pick a project and you're going to do that project working together and see it through to completion over that course of that time. So it should be a very good experience. Is kind of things that people you would be able to put on your resume and highlight for people who are recruiting for people who have experience.
Great, thank you.
There's also a question that's appeared a few times about whether the first couple of months are the same for everybody across all of the tracks, or whether the first 2 months are different across the tracks.
Yeah, I think other than week one, I think it splits off. Is that right, Shay?
Yeah, week one is where everyone does the same thing, but after that, it's separate course content all through.
Thanks for traffic copying the question, Stephanie. Any more?
Yeah, actually, well, we've had Olu, I think, holding on for a long time with his hand up.
Yeah, hello everyone. Hey Bumbo. Quick question. I think one was, do we expect the classes of 72 hours you mentioned you were going to give notification for classes? Is that going to be on Slack? Is that going to be a set channel as well? Secondly, do we have to sort of have some software prepared to use ahead of time?
Shay?
Okay, so in the first week, we'll be telling you every software you need to install. So anything you need to install for your track, will tell you what they are, how to install them, and help you to install them. For the class notification, yes, mostly to be on Slack. However, occasionally we'll also send email to everyone, but just try as much as possible to log on to Slack every day to get information.
Thanks.
Great, thank you.
Bami?
Yes, thank you very much. So my question is that I'm a lawyer, so I'll be very interested in taking part in this track that would help me like legally. So I'm wondering which of the track, in your opinion, would involve legal analytics or would be most helpful for a lawyer? Thanks.
Oh, in analytics, I'm not sure I understand your question, but I think, some people have been asking about like kind of data, this is not really a course in the data handling large data sets and things like that. But, in my experience, Python is a really solid tool that people are using for analyzing data and working with big data and things like those, careers like that. So if that's your question, the back-end track that uses Python as a programming language would probably be would give you a lot of training that would be applicable to careers like that.
Yes, that's very helpful. Thank you.
Awesome.
And I think we have one more hand up in the Zoom, and I hope I'm going to say this name correctly. Mahalakshmi?
Yeah, you got it right. And thank you all for this great opportunity. My question is regarding the pre-work, because I'm getting back to the workforce and I absolutely don't have any idea about the programming language. And so I'm very curious to know, is there any pre-work I need to be done before starting my class?
Yeah, we don't really have any pre-work per se. There's nothing. I think, Shay, or you're not sending out anything before March 15th, I assume.
Not yet. We don't have any thing to send across for now, and the program is starting next week. So I don't think it's the right time to send materials across now. But once we start, we will definitely give you step-by-step process on how to achieve things.
Yeah. But if you do have a goal of what you're going to be wanting to do, we do know about a lot of online resources that a lot of people are doing self-study on their own, and they've already kind of learned some things that will help if you do have the time. So you can ask us in the mentor help channel on Slack, and we would point you at other resources and think if you already have something identified, you want to learn.
Mike, do you want? Mike, I was wondering if you wanted to touch on the fact that the town halls will be weekly, and there'll be a.
Yeah, we didn't talk about this town hall. So this is a special, the inaugural town hall. Our idea here was that this is going to be your forum for giving us your kind of unvarnished feedback, and we want to know how the program is going for everybody. We really want to be open and transparent about how we're running the program, and any problems you have, please do bring them up to us. I used to work at Google, and the idea of doing this town hall is a little bit like a institution that Google has, where the entire company gets together for a company meeting every week, and the executives of the company are there to stand up and take questions, sometimes pretty hard questions from people, and to be able to respond to them and find out how, what is the pulse, take the pulse of the participants, and know what issues are going on with them. So we are going to continue that, and the plan for these is to have them every Monday at this time. We'll be doing them once a week, and they won't all just be Q&A sessions, but we will also be bringing in experienced developers, people in the industry, people who have gone through boot camps and made the transition themselves. Some of you came here because of Jeremiah Peoples, who's a YouTuber who's shared his journey, having gone through the Air Force and learned coding on his own, and now is a full-time software developer. He's going to be one of our speakers, so he'll be coming on, and we'll be doing some interviews of people like that. So to try to show you what kind of careers opportunities would be available to you, and allow you to talk to those people and ask them questions as well.
Mike, I just wanted to say something if I can first, because I know we only have a few minutes left, and I know there've been so many questions that everyone's asked that haven't been addressed yet. And we are trying to collect all these questions, and we'll be posting the answers hopefully on Slack, right, Mike? I think we're going to post it on Slack.
Yeah, I think we're going to try to capture, hopefully Google will let me capture all these questions that are going by in the stream. We will, we haven't answered your question today live. We are going to try to capture all of these and put them in a big Q&A document that we can share with everybody, so that you can get your questions answered. If something is going to affect your ability to be in the course, then you need a question answered individually, please feel free to email info@reskillamerican.org. And so yeah, we have a couple minutes left. Maybe Femi, do you want to close it out and just say some words of encouragement for everybody?
Yeah, we're extremely excited to have you all on board. I have to say we have more than 2 times the number of folks we thought we'd have. So please be patient with us. Upcoming, we have lined up partners to come talk to you. I think in the next 1 or 2 weeks. I saw a question around jobs, which obviously is why you're spending 7 months with us. We're going to have people from, we have folks on the call right now from Microsoft that'll tell you what the requirements would be. We're going to have people from Amazon coming through as well. We're going to have folks from startups coming through as well. So we do understand you're doing this so as to switch careers, get employed, or to get a better job than the one you have. So we are very aware of that, and we will bring you as much information direct from the source as possible to give you a sense for what's in store for you if you keep the faith and you get through this program in 7 months. Last thing I'll say is, believe it or not, the tech world is very interested in diversity. The tech world is very interested in hiring you. I mean, we wouldn't be here if that was not the case. So please work with us over the next 7 months so you can be successful, so we can be successful.
That's great. And yeah, we're going to honor the time that we committed to this 1 hour program, and want to thank everybody for joining us. We're going to end the stream here. So thank you so much. And we will be chatting with you on Slack and seeing you here next week on the live stream. Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks,
bye-bye.
everyone.
Congratulations, all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I have a quick question. Do I need to have an invitation to be able to join Slack?
Yeah, you should have gotten an email that had a link in it. if you don't have that email, send something to info@Reskill Americans, and then we'll get that to you.
And also check your spam folder in case it's gone there in to your email.
Yeah.
Junk.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
Yeah, it's awesome. Thank you.